right, we're going live now. Okay, I think I'm live. Let me see. Okay, sweet. All right, folks. So, we're on live. The reason we're alive today is we are going to be learning how I can automate my business using AI bit by bit, week by week. And of course, I have a little bit of a cold I'm getting over, so forgive me if my voice is cracky. And I also realize I'm gonna have to be doing a lot of just typing. So y'all are gonna have to watch me struggle to type a lot. So I'm gonna start with kind of the basics of my knowledge to date. I'm also gonna open up a doc here just for us to kind of plug stuff into as we go. This will be my AI doc. So kind of the basics of where we're starting. I use ChatGPT sort of all the time for, I think probably the standard stuff, contract reviews, maybe some creative brainstorming, asking it dumb questions, canker sore tips, I guess, for my daughter, all sorts of stuff, how to automate things, so on and so forth. But what I haven't done is do any sort of, I guess you'd say, structured learning for AI. So the idea would be, how can I, take it from being something I just kind of hop into and play around with a little bit to something that I have kind of a formal approach to, not only in how I implement it, but a formal approach to how I'm developing it on a daily basis, because I know that this is the sort of thing that you need to put a lot of effort into if you're really going to understand it and be competitive. So every week I'm going to be going through in my business, and I'm going to be working on creating at least one thing that I implement into my business every week, so that I can follow up with y'all on it, and tell you how it's working. Is it useful? Because this has kind of been my chief concern for AI for a long time, at least in its current state, is, how useful is it outside of the ways that I'm currently using it? I have created a couple tools in the past. One of them I even monetized and made some money on. But I guess the one I monetized and did actually make useful for myself and my business is an ad copywriter. So people would be able to go into this little form that I created, input the GPS coordinates for the property, input kind of the basic feel along with their website, and ChatGPT would go look at their website, go look at the property on Google Maps, and then write ad copy for whatever your Facebook posts, and it give you multiple versions that you could choose from, along with headlines and blogs and whatnot. So that was a legitimately useful tool that I really enjoyed, and I do use from time to time. But so my thought was, I'm going to try to start and program my education completely with ChatGPT. So one thing that I've never done well is, explore these GPTs. I've never done that. These projects, I've never actually gone out of my way to invest time into them. So for example, I use them to ask little real estate questions. But what I could do is I could create one project that I'm always asking all my legal questions. And I can program, or I guess what's the word? I can, give it that project the knowledge of, my brand identity, legal entities that need to be used. I can have a list of my contracts that I already use inside of it that it can reference back to, all sorts of things like that. So I'm going to start this new project, and this is going to be my AI educator. And I don't know how this is all going to go. This is all just kind of my idea. I'm not following any sort of system. I did ask a couple Facebook groups, like, what would you do if you're in my situation and you wanted to really take a deep dive into AI? And I don't know, the answers weren't super helpful. So I'm going to start by tailoring the way ChatGPT responds in this project. So I'm going to prompt it. You are the best AI educator in the world. You are my personal educator, and you will help me to learn all the different ways that I can optimally interact with you in order to best serve my business. So start by giving me a basic breakdown of how to interact with ChatGPT for best results. Boom. And I'm starting with ChatGPT because I do have the paid version of ChatGPT, but I'm going to expand into other ones because I know that some AIs have better results, right? So here it's going to say, be specific, clearly define the purpose of your queries. So instead of help me with marketing, say I need ideas for social media. Okay, that's fine. Providing context, that's good. Ask me actionable items. Okay, that's obvious. Use iterative refinement. Start with drafts, follow with add clause, adjust. Okay, I've done all that. Leverage my tools. Analyze this data trends in coffee. Creative generation. Write an ad script for a podcast episode. Provide knowledge. Generate visuals. Sucks at generating visuals, in my opinion. Specify your tone and audience. Okay. Ask me for brainstorming. Organize large projects. Request clarity when needed. Follow up with feedback. Good. Explore automation and integration. Good. Okay, so those, I don't know, this is all the sort of stuff that I already do with ChatGPT, so I don't really feel like I learned too much. So what I want it to do is I want to tell it what my business is kind of in detail, like all the various parts of my business, and then tell it to give me ideas for ways that I can automate or improve parts of my business with AI. So I'm going to start. So I have a land funding company, a land flipping company, land marketing company, Prime Land Exchange, and then we also do development projects. So I'm going to start by giving it, I'm trying to think if it'd be overwhelming to start with all of them at the same time. Well, I'm going to stay with Prime Land Exchange for now. So I'm going to talk about maybe just the flipping process. So I'm going to say, hey, here's what is involved in the average flipping process. Tell me what you can do to help, right? So I'm going to give it kind of a breakdown of land flipping. Okay, I want to tell you about my business, and you tell me how you can be helpful. I have a land flipping business wherein I buy and sell land. I buy land direct from owners, usually off market. Then at roughly 40 to 50% of retail value, then I resell it as quickly as possible. I want you to help me do this better. Tell me what questions I need to answer to better inform you about my needs. Then let's do some brainstorming. Okay. So again, as you can tell, I'm not a genius. I don't know a lot about ChatGPT. This is the way that I've always interacted with it, right? You give it a little bit of background, and then I don't know, somewhere along the way, someone told me you should ask it to tell you what it needs to know to give you the most, I don't know, the highest quality results. Then you answer those questions, and then it will brainstorm. Okay, so it kind of roughly understands, right? So we have an acquisition side, we have a disposition side, um, operational challenges, tools and systems, branding and positioning, future goals. Okay, so that's pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy these questions and answer them, I guess. Let's see. What criteria do you use to identify land worth buying? Okay. So we make offers on any and all properties that fit our specific buying criteria per acquisition cycle. By the way, my kids are home, so I don't know. This might go terribly wrong. But for example, sometimes I make offers specifically for large acreage that I intend to subdivide. Other times I will mail specifically. I guess I don't really always just mail. I'll make offers specifically for, what have I been looking at recently? Residential lots and specific zip codes, etc. All right, what are your current methods for finding and contacting our off-market sellers? Currently, we do a multi-touch campaign of direct mail, cold calling, and texting. Boom. Learn how to spell campaign. Hey, Alyssa, would you mind topping me off just a little bit before you go, please? Thank you. Okay, and how do you estimate the retail value of property? Man, that's asking the right questions, but they're not easy to answer. Right, the current value of properties is usually determined via comping similar properties that have sold in the last 6 months. Thank you. How do you market and resell your land? We market and resell our land through 3 main channels. That is MLS, farmlandexchange.com, and Facebook Marketplace. Also paid ads. So, okay, what makes your listings stand out to buyers? We always price our land to sell quickly, so that's below market. And in Invest in quality marketing material. Do you offer financing options to buyers? Ooh, it does know our business. We do offer financing options on certain properties. All right. Operational challenges. What are the bottlenecks in your current business? That's a good question. Okay. What are the current bottlenecks? The current bottlenecks is making offers, running due diligence, creating marketing material, and I don't know, I'm trying to think, like, what do you call it? Just clerical stuff? Like, I have so much stuff automated, but there's still so much just like upload a property here, do this stuff. So I'll just put clerical work. Excuse me, cough button. Are there areas where you're feeling you're spending too much money? I feel as if I'm spending too much money on disposition marketing, which is kind of true, kind of not. We have good rates there, but I'm always down to save money. So my goal is to always do more marketing with a smaller budget, which is one of the things that I do really want to chase in this is I want it to give me a program for attempting to create viral videos. What is your target profit margin per deal? We seek to double our money on each land transaction. How do you handle cash flow, particularly when scaling your business? Oof. This is too much to answer right now. For folks listening, this is a blend of cash sales and owner finance sales. So the goal is roughly 40% owner finance sales to cash sales is what we shoot for. So the idea is how do we continually build our note portfolio that sustains our recurring costs, as well as our like recurring expenses for being humans in this world. And then cash sales are splash sales, baby. So the cash splash helps us fund new acquisitions and things like that. Are you leveraging any funding or partnerships? We fund our own deals, but are always looking for more creative solutions. What's that? Yeah, solutions. I'm probably making a ton of spelling errors and y'all are just laughing at me. Ooh, too many softwares. So we gather all of our landowner information for acquisitions directly off of county GIS maps. I know, we're cavemen. It's gonna drive me nuts, all the spelling errors. And that's mostly it. We verify data using land ID and other mapping softwares, services. How do you track deals? We use Monday.com as our main hub for info along with Google Drive. That's so funny. It's like y'all literally see everything we do in our business through these live streams. No problem. Do you have unique selling propositions for buyers and sellers? Okay, so branding. I think I'm just going to probably do like a little paragraph here on branding. Okay, so our brand, Prime Land Exchange. I don't know how to spell, guys. Focuses on bringing asset ownership to the average person, the average American citizen. We make land accessible. We focus on providing excellent off-market land at the best prices to our buyers. And our buyers span coast to coast. We bring this value proposition. We share this value proposition with our listing, with our clients that also list on our service. Boom. So I can flesh that out. Maybe it'll ask me to do more. Future goals. This might surprise some of you. Are you looking to scale your operations? No. We are not looking to scale operations. Our goal is to do 2 to 5 land flips per month with an average profit of 50,000. What new strategies or markets are you considering? We are open to new strategies and markets. Please help us out here. But we mainly focus in Tennessee and Texas. Fuck yeah, I spelled Tennessee right. Any specific skills or systems you want to develop? Yes, I specifically want creative ways to write custom letters for each property acquisition offer. That's one idea I have. I want help coming up with viral video ideas to grow our social media organically. I want help identifying hot markets using real data. Now, this is kind of where I get scared. Not scared, but when I'm more discerning with services like ChatGPT and whatnot, is let me see. Actually, check the live here, see if anything's going on. Hopefully, I'm still live. Okay. Damn, there's people actually watching. What's up, Jason? Brad? Y'all must be cringing right now. No. I forget what they're called, but effectively ChatGPT, and I think they were trying to work this out, but effectively ChatGPT is making it, it's more focused on answering a question than ensuring the data is accurate, right? So I forget what they call it. I think they call it dreaming or something like that, but if hallucinating something, I forget what it's called. But effectively AI will just come up with an answer, right? So if I say, hey, what's the hottest land market in Tennessee, and tell me exactly how to get off-market properties there, right, or something like that, which I'll try something like that here in a minute. It might just make up an answer, And then you try to dig and find the sources. You can tell it to list its sources so that you can go check. And maybe it made stuff up. So you have to kind of double check. That's why I'm always hesitant to focus too much on like aggregating data or having it do scraping for me is how accurate is it? Right. Even if it's 97% accurate, you can lose money on that 3%. And I don't have a great way to vet a lot of information quickly. So that's a headache. And I could go on here. I have a bunch of different ideas, but that's a good answer for now. So let's see what it says. Um, I'm hoping that it will give me maybe 5 or 10 pieces of information. Well, it's actually not saying anything. So help me brainstorm some ideas. Oh, here we go. So kind of what I thought. It asked me, and I told it what I wanted, and I'm trying to get it to tell me what I want. Um, Custom offer letters. I can craft highly personalized acquisition letters to resonate with property owners based on local market insights, emotional appeals, data-driven reasoning templates for efficiency. Okay, so this is one of the things that I'm hoping to target here. So the idea is, can I take like a list of properties, and I might just go grab an old list that I've mailed in the past or something like that. And um, in lieu of having like, here's my basic offer letter, which I still think is effective. Like I think offer letters are still effective. There's a bunch of different ways to do them as best as possible. Our way is, I don't know, maybe I have some examples here. So we handwrite all of our envelopes. Then we stamp them with like our personal stamp. I make sure the stamp is slightly askew. You know, you make it look like a human made this. So the idea is, I've never received a letter like this that didn't have, and that's return mail. But I've never received a letter like that was handwritten to me that I didn't open. So then I have confidence that a higher percentage of my offer letters are getting opened than other people's. So then what can I do to make them even more personalized? Well, I don't have the ability to handwrite letters. I can do the envelopes. But what I could do is I could say use ChatGPT and tell it to maybe give it GPS coordinates for a property or give it a parcel number and say, hey, create a personal offer to this person that references, and we'll try this, but references maybe 1 or 2 of the local characteristics of that property or the history of the area, or, you know, if it's by a lake or it's by a certain attraction. Maybe I can get it to generate every single one of my offers custom. And there's ways to do that using just plugins on Google Sheets. So I can just take a spreadsheet, and I've played with stuff like this before, and I got decent responses. But my thought was like, okay, if I can create every letter custom, you know, will that increase my response rate? And then especially if we can do like local market insights, right? Emotional appeals. So then I can also like focus a lot more on my branding to find out what's working. Like, okay, I want you to use this tone of voice, or, you know, the voice for my company tends to be kind of lighthearted and jovial. It just kind of reflects me. Like I'm lighthearted and try to be funny, and I'm not funny, but I try to be funny. Data-driven reasoning. I don't know how that would work into the custom offer letters. Oh, and then pricing. I don't know. Maybe there's an opportunity for it to price for me, but I don't know. I've used other services, or I guess I haven't used. In my funding company, people are always bringing me these like priced reports, which they use for comping, and oh man, those are trash. So I know, I'm very confident at least that I cannot allow it to comp for me. But if it can write a decent letter, you know, that's very valuable. Create modular templates for different property types. That's good. Now that is something we do. Like if I'm making an offer on a higher value property, it looks more formal and professional. Sometimes it's flat packed in like a manila envelope written on cardstock, things like that. So creating templates would be a great idea. But I really like the idea of each one being custom. Improving marketing and disposition strategies, optimizing listings. So help writing. Okay. I've effectively made that tool before. That's super easy. You just put in the GPS coordinate and tell it what you want it to say. Improve Facebook ad copy and create hooks for paid campaigns. Fine. I don't know. Nothing groundbreaking there. Develop a template for professional land listing descriptions. I've thought about doing this. I don't know, and maybe y'all can weigh in on this, but I've had a bunch of people, or not, I've had a bunch of people. I've looked at a bunch of other people's listings on like Facebook, for example, or whatever, and they all have these different styles. And one of them is like on that Facebook listing, they go into like an extreme amount of depth on all the details of the property, and they have like emojis everywhere. Um, and I've usually used kind of the opposite technique where I'll put a certain amount of like the make or break information in listings. I'll do this on like paid services too. I don't have lands.com anymore, but I think I have land flip still, and I do this on my website, where I'll give enough information to like kind of whet the appetite and satisfy the make or break questions, like is there an HOA, is there road access, the basic fundamentals of the property. But I don't go into so much detail on the listing itself that it leaves no room for someone to engage with me. So I kind of thought about creating like a series of templates where I can really test that, because I don't know if what I've been doing is the best way to do it or not. Maybe it's way better to have like a crazy amount of information in there. Um, Reduce marketing costs, explore alternative platforms. Um, Yeah, I've spent some time trying to ask it this, like, hey, is there like some website I've never thought of, or some creative way to list properties? And I'm more creative than this service, so it's never given me a bit of information is in this area that's actually been helpful. All right, identifying hot markets. So this is something that I've never actually done, but maybe it's actually pretty good at this. So this is something that we might try. Enhancing social media presence, viral video ideas, create content about unique or quirky aspects of the land that you sell, historical facts, local stories. That's pretty good. Um, Showcase the transformation process, so the subdivision, we're doing that. Day in the life content. Uh, a day in the life. I mean, sure, I guess that might be something, but there is like this sort of like brand cohesion too that I'm trying to figure out. Like you don't want to throw spaghetti at a wall, right, to try to get a viral video, but you kind of have to do stuff like that to get a viral video. Like I'm trying to get something that has like 10 million views or something crazy. Engagement strategies, develop challenges or trends to attract engagement. Dreamland giveaway, I've literally done something with that exact title. I have given away land. It's okay. Encourage user generated content from buyers. So I'm probably going to tell it to go more in depth on this one for me. Streamlining operations. Okay. Automation suggestions. Automate data entry for acquisitions and due diligence using tools like Airtable and Zapier. Okay. Streamline marketing creation by integrating templates into Monday.com workflows. Okay. I do think there is something with Canva, like doctoring photos. I think it will do that pretty much by itself. But Canva got real expensive. I think it's like 400 or 500 bucks a month now for a real, like the pro Canva subscription. Efficiency and due diligence. Create a step-by-step checklist for running due diligence. Okay, this stuff already exists, so there's really nothing there. So this is what I'm saying. This is kind of weak. So I might have to ask it to iterate over this a few times for me. 6, financial strategies and capital solutions. Creative capital solutions. Explore seller financing options to close more deals. Nothing. Develop pitches for ROI calculators. So, um, Not great. So I guess let's, before I start digging down, I'm going to push it and say, um, wow, these ideas kind of suck. I really think you need to dig deeper and provide me with meaningful solutions that are well thought out. I'm being nice because you guys are live right now, but usually I'll be like, you idiot, you know, like verbally browbeat the AI. Data and stuff. Okay, so here it kind of did the same thing where it didn't really provide me with new information. It's like it feels as if it just needs to add a bullet point to everything, and oftentimes those bullet points aren't valuable. Okay, acquisition letters with a creative edge, psychology driven personalization. Yeah, so that's kind of what I was talking about, like a voice to your offers and then A B test those. Um, Include nearby comps and simple graph illustrations for quick sale. Next level marketing, exclusive Facebook groups, create or infiltrate. That's kind of a sus word choice. Yeah. Post value added content, e.g., how to buy land, 20K. Not a bad idea. AI powered listings. One of the things that I'm trying to do here also in marketing is identify, and I've done some research on this just independently reading articles, but it's like, what is the best or the currently like the most optimal solution for how you interact with AI to generate a ton of content that is still helpful and meaningful, but is still like kind of light lifting as far as how much effort goes into it. So the my thought process here, and kind of a lot of what I've heard is like, okay, allow ChatGPT to give you a bunch of content ideas or whatever. And I've done this. I've actually had it write entire podcasts for me and things like that, and it's really ho hum, low quality stuff for the most part. And I usually take it and then like flavor it and add on top of it. I've also thought about doing the same thing with sort of like blog post ideas. But anyways, my thought was, all right, I'm gonna have it create 100 video ideas for me, and then I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna actually record 100 videos, all of which they said, and I'm gonna try to maybe set a timer like 1 to 3 minute videos, and then or 1 to 10 minute videos, something like that. And I'm going to upload them to all the social medias and YouTube and things like that. Then I'm also going to create transcripts, and those transcripts are going to be blog posts on my website to engage SEO traffic without it being AI created content, because now Google kind of flags AI content. So it's like SEO is kind of in turmoil right now. Like, how do you actually increase SEO for your website, which is real important for us. We do a lot of that stuff. Um, a lot of it's backlinks right now, but anyways, I kind of like the. I always kind of go back to them, just giving me a bunch of ideas for content. Use AI tools to auto-generate unique property descriptions from raw data, lot size, utilities, and nearby landmarks. Okay, so that's nothing new. Gamify listing. Red bid weekends where buyers can submit offers within a set time frame. Okay, it's just a whatever bid program. That's not helpful. Identifying hot markets, heat map based analysis. Generate heat maps of your target states using free GIS tools to identify areas with rising land prices, increasing population. Use zoning change data. Oh, that's cool. So never thought to do that. Monitor highway expansions or public work budgets. So this is telling me what to do. I want to know if ChatGPT can do this. Like, okay, can you monitor highway expansions for me? How do you do that? Organic social media growth, educational content with Edge. Break down the land buying process into bite-sized engaging videos. How to spot a good deal in under 60 seconds. I've done stuff like that. Use animations to show you transform raw land into high-value parcels for resale. stories from the land, feature short videos or blog posts about the properties, the wild history of this 10-acre Texas lot. Highlight buyer success stories, challenges and giveaways. I might go into this more. So we've done challenges and giveaways and things like that, and it can yield some great results, but you have to be so diligent. It's not light lifting. That's heavy lifting. And that's kind of where I'm trying to, like, all right, I'm using ChatGPT to give me the best options for light lifting, to give me the not even the best results, but just quality results with light lifting. That's kind of where my business lies, because we have too many irons in the fire for me to go all in on too much at the same time. Operational solutions that save time, automated offer creation, due diligence workflow. Interesting. Streamlined marketing material creation, financing, capital innovation. Nothing there. All right. Quirky content themes, viral video ideas. Weirdest thing I found on this lot. How I made 50K from an empty field. From 10K to 100K, flipping raw land step by step. Chat to people are messaging me right now. What's up? Is Sears in the house? Advanced strategies to dominate markets. Interactive videos. That's pretty cool. Okay, so some of these are good. I think I'm definitely going to go in depth and tell it to give me like 100 viral video ideas. And I'm thinking about making this a challenge for myself. Is what is New Year's a couple days away tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow. So one of the things that I want to do is have it give me 100 viral video ideas, and then challenge myself to actually do all of them over the course of the year, and then bring that back to you and kind of keep you guys up to date. Be like, all right, I did this viral video. I attempted to make this video go viral through these means. Here's the results. Da, 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 da. And just kind of keep you all informed. And if I break that out, it's like every 3 days I have to come out with a viral video. And these would be like really Facebook and Instagram focused. They would still go on YouTube Reels. I'd put them everywhere. But I thought that'd be a cool idea too. I might even set a time limit. Like I can't put more than an hour into each video. So that's something I'm really leaning towards doing. Because there's nothing really more valuable like I could spend so much money to try to get millions of views on anything, for it to just be gone, right? What does that view mean? So, but if you can create sort of a viral video template that gets you 1 million views on a video, but then that equals out to like 10,000 views per video. Something like that. Well, that's actually extremely valuable. So there's actually probably very few things that I could do that are more valuable than that, which is kind of crazy in our day and age. Collaborate with modular home builders to co-market land. I have kind of thought about doing some sort of ground up stuff here in Texas, where I went to modular home builders and I was like, hey, what's the value of having 8 lots that you can put modular homes on, or like really understanding their systems? Like, do you always just wait for someone to come to you and ask for a modular home, or what's your outreach? How can we, kind of double tap the same markets on buyers and things like that? But you really have to establish relationships with people to do that, without making it expensive. Master zoning opportunities, exclusive off-market lists. Okay, so these are all decent. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this, move it over to my master sheet. Yeah, I'm not going to put it all in the headline. Goofy. AI doc. Okay. Wow, they've actually improved this. I copy and pasted it and it didn't have all that dumb dashes and things on it. Now I'm here. I'm going to deep dive on a couple of these. I think where I'm going to focus is on the acquisition letters. So I'm going to take number 1, and I'm going to take number 3 and 4. So 1, 3, and 4. So that's going to be the acquisition letters. How can I create an acquisition system where every letter is custom and references, say, 2 or 3 local streets, one local attraction, and maybe like one local event, all in the same letter. So the idea would be like, in a lot of these, I work Texas a lot, so a lot of these small Texas towns will have like an event that they're known for, whether it's like this big flea market once a year, or a certain parade or a certain holiday that they really double or triple down on. And I want to reference that along with like 1 or 2 popular streets, or something that makes it really stand out, where they're like, oh, this guy really knows the area. And for me, a lot of the areas I work, I'm working again and again. So I do kind of really know the area, but I don't have the ability to custom write every offer. So yeah, you guys understand, right? So I'm going to start. I really like your thoughts on items 1, I think it was 3 and 4. Let's focus on these one at a time. Starting with 1. I want to be able to provide you a list of, I wonder if it can do APNs. Is it parcel numbers from the county? And I want you to generate a custom offer letter. Leave the price blank for now, the offer price. But include, let's give it one local street name, recognizable street name. One well-known local landmark. And one local festivity in the offer. The goal is to make each offer feel custom. Can you do this? And tell me what you need to get it done. Okay, so if I were to successfully implement a system like this in my business that improved, like I already get my offers open. I already know that. My response rate's good on getting open, because I already do that part. I could improve that in some ways, but this has worked well. So if I can get my response rate to improve just by seeming more knowledgeable or local, by say 5% or something, that could be huge, right? So that could be a huge value to my business. And it could be a really great tool that I could maybe monetize for other people. I don't know. But in this day and age, why are we using a single letter template? All right, let's see what it said. All right, so it needs a list of APNs, include county and state information. Duh. Local information source, a list of landmarks. So why should I provide this, right? Shouldn't it be able to aggregate this information off the internet? Template content, your preferred tone and language, customizable fields, confirm the fields to include APN, street name, landmark, festivity, output preferences, Word, PDF, or both. Okay, so how can I proceed? Build a dynamic template. Okay, so this is fine. But let's ask it a few questions. For item 2, why do I need to provide this? Can't you get it on your own? And then let's go ahead and grab, let's just do the old tried and true. I'm selling my last Brewster County lots, so I'm just going to pull a few random APNs off the interactive map. The funny part about doing this live is I'm like, how much personal data am I just not hiding? I don't know. Okay, so, all right. Hope Ranches. All right, well, let's try this one. All right, give it a try using these parcel numbers from Brewster County, Texas. Just give me an example of each one. Please use casual and joking language and humorous tone of voice while authoring it. Feel free to attempt a market offer. On your own. See what happens. The APNs are below. So there's one. Let's scooch over. Let's do 2 1 7 1 now. Let's do only road access. 2 3 4 3 2. All right, let's see what it gives us. Dear property owner. Okay. This is fine. See, it did some. Look. It did the Terlingo International Chili Cook-Off. That's a big deal down there. Near Oak Avenue. So this is random. I don't think there's an Oak Avenue around there. Visit the county courthouse. Okay. So I'm not actually upset. I think that's okay. I think I could have it generate a list of local streets, local cities, whatever. Import that information and test it out. So I think that's going to be my goal this week. Is I'm going to create this system, and this isn't dispo side, so I think I will bring it to AJ over at Supercharged Offers and see what she thinks. Maybe this is something that she wants to partner with me on to build it out. But by this time next week, I'm going to have this implemented in my business. And I will never again write an offer letter. All my offer letters will be customized. But before we end, let's just take and flesh out the last one that I was talking about. What is it, 4? Okay, yeah. This is pretty good. We'll keep going on it. For now, I want you come up with 100 viral video ideas for my company Prime Land Exchange to grow our audience in a huge way. Shoot, let's go. I'm not going to run with these 100 most likely, but I'm going to take the 100 ideas and refine them. And this is another project for me in 2025 is to attempt 100 viral videos. Time lapse of land transformations. I've done that. Drone shots of your most stunning properties. The weirdest thing we found on a property. Educational and how-to content. Okay, I like how it's breaking it into little groups. I might actually take this back into my projects and have one of these that is under my AI educator that's just focused on viral video ideas. That way I can take get it to a point where I like 100 and then expand upon each of those 100 to optimize them in every way possible, like on the calendar. Like, okay, I'm going to create these videos, put them on a calendar for me. For Valentine's Day, I need mine to be Valentine's themed. Like, there has to be some sort of romantic theme to them, et cetera, et cetera. So that's going to be a big project for the year, but I think that will definitely pay dividends. So that I'm going to actually be starting this week as well. I'll try to keep you all updated, and we'll review it on next week's live. So those are the two pieces of homework I'm going to be working on, and hopefully bringing y'all some cool stuff. In the meantime, let's see how many people viewed us. Probably not a lot. Dang, we still got 3 people hanging on. Y'all are awesome. Okay. Well, I'm gonna bounce. This was fun. I hope this is useful for some of you to some degree, because I think we can really do some cool shit if we get this all together and do this regularly. I think my business will thrive, and hopefully y'all get some good ideas out of it too. So, all right, folks. Cheers. Have a beautiful day. And I look forward to seeing y'all very soon. Toodles.